Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Joe, how's it going, bud?
It's going good. It's chilly. It's going good though.
Yeah, I was seeing some forecasts coming up for like next week where we're supposed to get this huge cold snap. So, man, winter's coming early this year. I'll tell you what.
I love it though. I'd rather put on a jacket than be like super sweaty and like the AC going to the fans and.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Welcome to everybody piling in. Appreciate you being here, checking in with us on this Wednesday, home day. You know the drill. Smack up the like, subscribe if you haven't, share this thing out. Appreciate that. We're going to try to grow this channel, both our channels for that matter. And, you guys help us to do that. So we appreciate you very much. We appreciate you. And it looks like we got Piper Academy kind of piling on in here. And thank you to Army Piper for sending everybody over. We'll take a second to go say hey to the chat. And then we're going to look at some stuff. I got a couple of quick Bitcoin pieces of news that we try to always put out there before Joe does the charts. And of course, the Fed just pumping money into the system, but we'll get into that. We'll talk a little bit about, Fidelity letting people actually take self-custody of their own crypto. We're going to talk a little bit about the poor Samouri developers and their criminal and prosecutory woes. But we're going to get into all that. First, let's go say hey to the chat. Appreciate everybody being here. Matter of fact, I should probably do that so you guys can see the chat as we're going here. And, I'm so Joe. He's very patiently standing there waiting.
I'm doing this subliminally, and it's like, man, I'm just gonna do it, not subliminally.
All right, there you go.
Cheers.
And you know what? I've already done the coffee. For me, it's water on the swag. Cheers. Joe keeps me honest, man. Joe keep me honest. All right, actually, let's do this. So that's not on you. All right, let's say hey, Chris Klein in the chat. Appreciate you being here, Chris. Floki's Angels. Yes. Let's see. Nightbot wasn't active yet. I don't think when you tried doing that. So, but Nightbot is here. Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Yes. Smash that like button, peeps. You know the drill. Jesse in the chat. If you're a channel member, Jesse emojis, please. Crypto Billy in the house. Appreciate you being here, Billy. Awesome. Thank you so much, sir. Let's see. We've got Gear in the house. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. And here we go. We got JR dropping those graduation caps. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. And Army Piper, the man himself. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for sending everybody over. And it was good to listen to you last night on the Billy Goat Tales X Space. It was really good to hear you and listen to you. And well, everybody there, by the way, I'm not trying to throw shade anywhere or anything. All set in the house. Appreciate that. Let's see. I'm just making sure we ain't missing nobody. I think we got pretty much everybody, right? Yeah. Oh, K Diggity. I missed them almost. K Diggity and Dave P. Woo. See, I said, I think we got everybody. And there it goes. Bam, bada, bam, bam, bam. Oh, jeez. All right. Yeah. Oh, there it goes. Nightbot's active now. Yeah. Pretty soon, the next thing you know, those magnet emojis are going to be hitting the chat. And
somebody say magnets.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. It's like, man. All right. So let's get this party started. So the first piece of Bitcoin related news I got here today was I thought, again, we see the adoption going on all the time. Joe, why is it not coming up on the screen? There it goes. That's better. I got it this time. Maybe I haven't had enough coffee yet. Anyway, Joe and I talk about it all the time. We try and highlight it when it happens. The adoption of Bitcoin in particular and crypto, obviously, in general, into definite real world applications. And here's just another one. This is over in Switzerland. I guess the name of this supermarket is Spar, now accepting Bitcoin Lightning payments. So, I mean, winner. And we're going to quick 10-second video watching this guy pay with Bitcoin. And boom, there it is. using Lightning, because I mean, we all know how
Yes.
not necessarily quick Bitcoin can be if you're using the main chain. But Lightning makes it actually plausible. I see Sadie jumping in. Welcome, Sadie. So what do you think, Joe? I mean, just another piece of adoption, if you ask me, that's just moving us in the right direction.
Yeah, I love it. And the fact that they're using the Lightning Network, because if not, they'd do the transaction, they'd wait, they'd watch a movie, more than likely the Titanic, because it's 3 hours, and then transaction approved. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. It's good.
It's funny, okay, we're going to break into story time a little early here.
Story time.
It is story time. At the conference I was at in New Hampshire, the Bitcoin conference I was at in New Hampshire, I was trying to sign up for their Free State project, and they hadn't had all the digital assets set up, so the only thing you could pay with was Bitcoin. Well, I had plenty of Dash because I went there planning to use Dash, to be completely honest with you. And I didn't have enough Bitcoin. So I was like, all right, I got to convert my Bitcoin and blah, blah, blah. It literally took like 2 hours to confirm the transaction. Yeah. And I'm like, luckily the conference, I did it early enough in the day. The conference wasn't over by the time I was trying to go and do that. So yeah, if you're not using like the Lightning Network, it's not necessarily the most feasible option for things. That's all I'm going to say. Not the most feasible option. All right. So in the next piece of Bitcoin related news here, now this is something that Crypto Jar and I talked about with BC Port Corp last night on the Matrix Money podcast. And I think Army Piper highlighted a little bit when he was also talking about strategy and Metaplanet and so on and so forth, these Bitcoin treasury companies. So Sequans, and I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. Oh, well, becomes the first Bitcoin treasury company to officially sell part of their Bitcoin holdings. And it goes into basically what they're trying to do is, eliminate some of the debt, which you can see here, according to these numbers they did. And now they're still holding 2,264 Bitcoin, but okay, you just took a major hit selling your Bitcoin and did it when it, the price is down on Bitcoin. And according to this guy, who is the CEO, he says this was a tactical decision aimed at unlocking shareholder value amid current market conditions. I don't know. I kind of want to call bullshit. I'm just saying. I really am. Joe, what do you think, man? I'm unfortunately thinking we might see more of this.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. Man, there's so much you can say on this topic, but when it comes down to it, they want to buy lower, and what's going to end up happening? People are going to sell. People are going to panic. Then it's going to lead to more selling. And then that's when everybody gets shaken out, and then that's when we should be buying. So yeah.
Yep. But I think these guys have leveraged themselves way
big
too
time.
much. Yeah. With regard to this, and I don't
know.
Matter
of fact, Armin was talking about that just on his show.
Exactly.
And right when he said that, I was like, man, that it is so incredibly true. They are literally over leveraging themselves.
Yep. And BC talked about it this morning too, I think.
Yeah. And here's the thing too, like why, like I can understand doing this concept in the bear market because price will go up.
Yep.
But why would you do it at the peak of the bull run? Even though this doesn't feel like it, but why would you do it at the peak of it? Yeah. Like to me, it doesn't make any sense because the price is gonna, more than likely come down. Granted, we may go, and I think we will, but again, nobody knows, go up a little bit more before potentially coming down.
Yep.
So I don't know why they would do it right now. But when it comes down, man, it's going to come down hard because they're all going to be exiting.
And that's, yes, exactly. So that's what I have for Bitcoin news. We're going to have Joe check out the chart real quick. But I want to just say hey to a couple of people. Kelvin has come in. Appreciate you being here. Sorry, I'm trying to make this work. Automatic Beats is in the house as always, and here we go. Alexandra G, I love this lady. Always the nicest, like warmest welcomes. If you are a channel member, mod queen emojis in the chat, please. And she deserves every one of those emojis. That's all I'm saying. All right, Joe, you ready? We'll kick it over to you.
Yeah, let's do it. It'll be real quick. So Bitcoin is on the daily time frame. We were looking at this a few days ago on my channel, and this was my thought process. I originally thought we may come up to maybe go into the bounce zone and then maybe come down. At this point, I wasn't really too sure, but I was pretty sure we're going to bounce. We bounced before, so I was pretty sure of this. Here's our decision point. If the bulls kick in, or if everybody starts buying in FOMO, well, then we may come up here to our trend line. But this is what I thought might happen. And then I drew this out just saying, if the market makers wanted to be jerk faces, and they like to be jerk faces, that more than likely they could potentially just bring it down, break through our level here, break through this level here, come down, come up, just to liquidate everybody who's expecting a bounce, which again, I was. And then now here's our decision point. Are we going to roll over to continue going lower? Because again, we have nice areas of liquidity all down here. Or are we going to finally, okay, that was enough for the washing or washouts. Now let's go ahead and go up. And then now moon mission. But yeah, and as you can see here, price, man, it didn't even come down to bounce up. It just straight up just broke through all this, which this was like the worst case scenario. And sure enough, man, it came all the way down, kind of respecting our trend line with the wick, and starting to come up here. Last night, we ended up doing a long, because we saw this last night. So if you're not aware, I do stream at night now, new time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, and then we do bonus stream. So today I'll do a bonus stream. So right after the show, I'll do a 12 o'clock show. But this was our actual trade setup. When we are in this, I'm showing you this whole setup prior to me actually entering the trade. That way you have a chance to get in if you want. Again, none of this is financial advice. But here was our stop loss. Here's our lower entry, which did not hit. I was hoping it would, but we ended up doing this number. I'm thinking here, potentially if we broke through this, we entered prior to this, but this is what I was thinking. And so far, so good. We're coming up to our 200 SMA, almost in our target. But I do expect it to pull back to maybe 102.4, something like this. And then if that's the case, then great. And then hopefully continue up. But yeah, so right now, Bitcoin is looking good. So our first level that we need to watch, Joe, you said this is going to be fast. Sorry. Once I get started, man.
Take your time. People want to know.
Once I get started, it's hard for me to stop teaching. I love teaching, guys. I love it so much. As a nurse, love teaching. Joe, do you like story time more? Kind of. But so here's the zone that we're looking at. We don't want to break this zone for us to continue potentially going higher. And again, this is all just, and this is why I trade level by level. I mean, this is the real reason you really can't mess up. It's either going to do this, continue doing its thing, or here I'm looking at potentially. If we do pull back, really good, a really nice one, maybe to here, and then do something like this. And then here's this level right here. And I'll go over more of this on my channel, but this is our trend line that we're watching for potential rejection, but we might do something like that, hopefully. Hopefully we don't trade this as a range, because that would be really boring. But I don't want it to break below 102.2, 101.4, because if it does, then we're coming to the bottom of this and then hopefully come up. But hopefully we go up. Again, not financial advice, but in my opinion, as long as we stay above this range, I think we'll be okay.
All right. Fair enough. And like Joe said, we're going to be heading over to his channel right after we're done here, as always, when he's doing those bonus streams. I appreciate Joe being here because it takes him a little bit of effort to be here with regard to computers and stuff. So thanks, Joe, man. Appreciate you so much. And here we go. There it is. Nightbot. It's on Joe. I don't know.
Does that thing update? Because does it update, or is it just different commands?
No, you punch the command, and for that particular command, it changes and updates the percentage.
That's so funny. I love that.
Yep. And Wick's wife in the house, appreciate you being here as well. And saying I love Joe's story time. Yeah, exactly. Listen, story times make it fun sometimes. The only problem is if you're trying to stay on a schedule, then sometimes not so much.
Speaking about story time, we just talked about schedules. Speaking about the story time, it's funny, like on my channel, I asked because it's like, man, I see a lot of stories. I don't know if y'all like it or if I just should. And they're like, no, it was overwhelming. I was really surprised. Like, okay, so very happy with that.
Yeah, I think as a whole, most of the community does enjoy it. And I know when I'm sitting there listening to your streams, I mean, I'm usually doing some other stuff or whatever while I'm listening, and then you break into that and I just start chuckling because it's like, yeah, here we go. Oh man, it's on. All right, we're going to keep going along here. Basically, we're going to be talking about the poor samurai guys. We're going to talk about Ripple's latest acquisition. We're going to talk about some partnerships between Iron and Cypher Mining. We're going to talk stream finance. We talked about that last night on Matrix Money podcast, but I want to give everybody the heads up again, just in case. We're going to talk about another address poisoning attack. I hate bringing up the bad news, but we got to keep trying to educate people. And I got a couple of political things that time allotting we'll get to. Has absolutely nothing to do with crypto, except maybe you should be DCAing more. I just my humble opinions there. So, okay, let's get on to the next piece. This next piece should tell you that, yes, the cracks are showing. If you're coming over from Piper Academy, you've already heard about a lot of this and more with regard to what the Fed is doing and the basic fact that, honestly, I'm sorry, I think the Fed has lost control of this particular train here, but it is what it is. The Fed just injected $29.4 billion into the banking system via overnight repos. That's the largest amount since 2020. And if you remember, they highlighted here back in, I think it was late 2019, as they put it here, the exact same scenario triggered $255 billion in emergency liquidity, followed by a $6 trillion amount in QE after COVID miraculously appeared shortly thereafter. So that again, if you did not watch the last couple of Matrix Money podcasts, Jar, myself, and BC gave our conspiracy theories with this whole Amazon Web Services thing, and stuff is coming, and maybe because this stuff is breaking, and that is part and parcel to what we see literally on a daily basis with the government, if you're paying any kinds of attention. But like Piper says, don't be scared, be prepared. We're doing that. We're trying to do that, trying to educate people how to do that. So, man, appreciate everybody. Steve Hickey, I see you jumping on in here. Thank you for being here, my friend. And let's get on to the next piece. Now, this is over in England, okay? But Fidelity has definitely been working behind the scenes in the crypto space for a long time, though they initially were like denying it like everybody else. When I say everybody else, these big banks back in 2017, etc. But now, they're obviously, hey, let's get into it. Let's let everybody see that we are involved and we want our piece of the pie, basically. But Fidelity Crypto finally allows users to spend and receive Bitcoin as the UK ETP gains regulatory approval. So just a quick piece of information here to read through this real quick. Fidelity Crypto allows customers to withdraw Bitcoin to and other crypto, obviously, to their external wallets after 2 years that this platform has been in place. Okay. This move gives users full self-custody control while bridging traditional brokerage services and permissionless wallets. According to Fidelity, this is a major step toward mainstream crypto adoption and basically available to all UK clients for the first time since the FCA lifted their ban on retail crypto ETPs. So, I mean, that's good. Hopefully, people will take the time to pull their crypto into self-custody options. I don't know. So if people getting into these, ETFs, ETPs, probably are not looking to do their own self-custody thing, in my opinion. But I don't know, Joe. Anything you want to add to that? What are your thoughts with regard to that?
No, I agree. And that's why they're doing it, to where they don't have to mess with anything. I mean, it's really easy. It's the lazy way, but it's the easiest way. So they're going to stick with that until something happens, whether, whatever they want to do, they can't do it. So then they'll, lead away from that. But I mean, it's the easiest way.
Yep. And Army Piper's chiming in saying, yes, repos are really bad with the, yeah, exactly. I know I kind of already moved by that. I'm sure he put that in right as I was talking about. So sorry. The driving and watching the chat is a little bit difficult sometimes. But yeah, absolutely. And thank you, Piper, for putting out all that great information and following that and breaking it all down for everybody, because yeah, I know we mentioned it here, but by no means do we go into the depth you do. So I really appreciate that. All right, let's move on. And God, Samouri Wallet, basically targeted during the Biden administration by the Department of Justice. And here we are coming to the sentencing end of this. And prosecutors are looking basically for the maximum sentence, which happens to be a 5 years. The U.S. government seeks statutory maximum 5-year prison sentence for both founders of Samouri Wallet, alleging they deliberately built and marketed a crypto mixing service as a haven for criminals to launder hundreds of millions of dollars in illicit proceeds. And they go into the details here. Again, links to everything is in the description. By all means, go ahead and check that out. But basically right here, repeated, solicited, encouraged, and invited criminals is what they're saying, and why they think the maximum sentence for this is warranted. I find it ironic that this is coming up now as we're seeing a super surge with regard to privacy coins. Look what we've seen. Yeah, blood pressure warning. I just saw that, Joe. Yeah. Thanks, man. It's true, though. I mean, privacy is something we all should have at the end of the day. Now, I'm not saying that these guys didn't go out there and kind of like poke the proverbial bear a little bit, because yeah, they kind of did. Let's be honest. But they were among how many targeted by the Biden administration and all the tentacles of the Biden administration. This happens to be the DOJ in this case. And why I think it's telling, like I was saying, that you've got privacy coins like Zcash surging again today, right? You've got Dash going through the roof. People, I know. Yay, me. But calm my blood pressure down so you don't see the veins. But yeah, see, they like that, Joe. Their blood pressure warning. They like that. See, that's funny. But yeah, Joe, I mean, what do you think? I mean, first off, do you think they're going to get that maximum sentence? And if so, is it deserved? What are your thoughts?
Oh man, I'm really not too sure. For me, I'd rather just wait and see. But in reference to the comment you made about Dash and Zcash,
Yeah,
they're going nuts, man.
yeah.
And I actually tried shorting Dash a day or two ago. I forget what it was, and got stopped out. Real tight stop loss, and then tried it again. Got stopped out. Tried it one more time. Got stopped out. So I figured, oh, I'll give it about another day or two, just like Crow. Give it another day or two. It'll come down. I checked on it today. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, why? Yeah, it's nuts. But yeah.
Yeah.
But congrats. And I thought about you. I was like, man, CCM, he's doing good right now. So that's good.
Yeah. What I have of it, yeah, I'm thinking to myself, man, I should have been DCAing more. But I guess we all think that, right? As the stuff's going up. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's been a project. Well, I've been talking about it for, I don't even know now, probably a good 3 years plus,
Right.
because you can live on crypto if you really wanted to or needed to, for that matter, with that particular crypto right there. And I love it. And I love the project, and appreciate Joel Valenzuela. Shout out to him for coming on the channel and talking about things with regard to that all the time. Much appreciated. All right, but we're going to move on because we got a bunch of things to do, because in about a half an hour, we're heading over to Joe's stream. So don't forget about that. Sonny, I see you popping on in here. Thank you for being here, my friend. Welcome. And here we go. This is the latest thing. Now, I think it was it? It might even been this past Monday. I don't even know. But one of our recent streams, Joe and I were talking about France and how they were proposing a bill to create a Bitcoin strategic reserve. Okay, great, super news, right? But now here we go. French lawmakers approve a measure to tax large crypto holdings as, quote, unproductive wealth, and crypto could face a 1% annual tax if total idle assets exceed 2 million euros. It's like, are they bipolar or something? Like, what is going on over in France? Well, a lot of things going on over in France. Let's not get me going about that. But, and the EU in general. Thoughts about that, Joe? What do you think? Is France just bipolar? Or
Yeah. To me, like I can understand, saying yes and then saying no because something changed or whatever, but nothing changed. It's all the same. And it's like, okay, we're gonna do it today. Just plain. We're not gonna. It's like, it's crazy.
Yeah, well, I think it'll be ironic if they do end up setting up that Bitcoin strategic reserve, and then, and by the way, if anyone else holds over 2 million euros worth of crypto, you get an extra tax.
However, you can send it to my $14 account, and that way I'm trying to help you out. That's all I got to say.
There it is. I
do want to say one thing because it's really, really bothering me, and I really frustrates me when these banks get bailed out all the time. That was like your first story, and if I don't get it out, I'm going to explode. Yeah. These banks get bailed out all the time.
Yep.
What about these people who can't pay their rent or their mortgage or their cars or whatever, and like they're suffering? And I don't even know. I think they said that they're going to not do the food stamps. I don't know if they're even doing the food stamps. I
think there was a partial funding I heard this morning, but
it's I'm not sure. It's like we are not designed to win, and for me, I'm not a victim mentality, but it comes down to like if you have money, you're good. You're gonna win, and so what we're doing, especially here on this channel, and Piper's channel as well, like we're showing you ways to obtain that money so that we could transfer that into assets, whether it's crypto or it's assets like houses, property, stuff like that, stocks. Like, because if we don't, we're reliant on the government, and they can stop whatever. And your bank accounts, And again, that just gets me so, like, my blood boils.
Yeah.
That these banks, they get bailed out every single, well, the majority of the times they get bailed out. And then everybody who's suffering, he gets just stepped on. Like, oh, it doesn't matter. So, okay. Now that I get off my chest, I feel so much better.
Yes. Let the blood pressure kind of.
Yes.
And Chris obviously agrees with you. And you're not wrong, Joe. I mean, that's what, and here we go off on the tangent again. This space is lost that ideal, that cypherpunk ideal of this is your way outside of that system. We have lost that way here. It's all about making the money. And I get it. I'm not dissing anybody on, like, you know, making the money. Not one iota. But, like, you can still do that and still build this space as it was meant to be built, in my humble opinion. You invite in the devil. Imagine, wow, why are you surprised with what you get? I'm just okay. There we go. Before Joe needs to put his sign back up there with regard to the blood pressure. Oh, good Lord. Okay, let's keep going. Let's talk Ripple, because I know we got people who are part of the XRP army who are in here and are probably happy with this particular acquisition, where they acquired Palisade to expand institutional payments. And, you know, good for them. I mean, after going through what they did with regard to all the lawsuits and everything, they deserve to start to flourish. Again, not a fan of XRP myself, but you know what? You give the props where it's due. Right here, Ripple said on Monday it has acquired crypto wallet provider Palisade to expand its institutional custody and payment offerings. Palisade's wallet as a service platform will be integrated into Ripple Custody, a product designed for banks and corporates handling digital assets, stablecoins, and tokenized real-world assets. And there you go, winner, chicken dinner, as I see it, for Ripple, and just starting to continue to build out that infrastructure to get, again, like it said there, corporates, other institutional players, that kind of thing here into the space. And why not doing it through their rails? You know, only makes complete sense. And Sadie saying crypto philosophy and economic theory definitely less this cycle, mainly just here price talk. Sad. Was good stuff. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad to hear I'm not the only one that feel. I mean, I know I'm not. I mean, I talk with people like Joe, I talk with other people, and we all kind of feel the same way. And I'm glad to hear that it's also the community as well. Thanks, Sadie. Appreciate that. I agree. It needs to kind of, it's like, baby, come back. Was Alexander G. Go ahead. Put it in the in the chat. Oh, good Lord. All right, let's keep going. Partnerships being made again here with crypto.com. Partners with Hollywood.com to launch an entertainment prediction market to allow users to bet on movies, shows, awards, actors. I mean, I prediction markets. We just reported about Truth Social jumping in with crypto.com to do a prediction market, right? And I read something briefly this morning, and I didn't like pull it together to bring it here for this particular show. But Gemini, the exchange, Gemini, also looking to get into the prediction markets. I'm not sure how much I really like this whole kind of going gangbusters with these exchanges, crypto.com, now Gemini. I'm sure it's not far behind for Coinbase or whomever else to be in these prediction markets. I'm not against the prediction markets, but like I don't think I like it tied into my exchange. Just my opinion. You know, I go to the exchange to maybe do trading, to buy assets, that kind of thing, not necessarily to go and bet. You know, if I'm looking to bet, I'll go to Polymarket, and you know, Polymarket's conceding huge. And whoops, where is it? Right here. Thank you. Yes. You can blame it all on me. Okay, you guys don't want to hear me sing. Good Lord. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Anyway, I don't know, Joe. What do you think? Do you have that like adverse feeling to like having prediction markets baked into these cryptocurrency exchanges, or do you think it's all good?
Anything I can trade, I like. However, being connected to the exchange, I don't like. And it brings memories, PTSD from, oh man, I forget what it was called, but this was a few years back, maybe 5 years ago, where there's an exchange that actually got hacked, and the coins were being, it was still in there, but they were buying a different coin and then selling off and then transferred. I forget what it was called, but anything that's connected to my exchange, I don't like it. And a lot of people ask, can you connect TradingView to the exchange? I said, I don't know. I never have, but I never will, because the exchanges, they have their own security, but the thing that you have connected to that exchange may not be as secure. So then, your money's gone. So you have to protect your money. Oh man, I forget what it was called, that site. But I used to use it and I loved it until everybody got hacked. I was like, oh, so then I took it off from.
I think I know the one you're talking about. I think it was a bridge. I can almost get the name in my head there, but you're right. That was
three commas, three
arrows.
No,
Three Arrow Capital. No,
it was,
I think the one again, it was a bridge. I want to say Whirlpool or something like that.
It's something else. It was a platform, 3 commas, and it connected to your exchanges. So I could have 3 commas. I think it was 3 commas.
Oh, yeah, right here. 3 commas is the thing. There you go. Okay, there it is.
Where you would be on 3 commas, and it's like an exchange that connects to your Binance, to your Gate.io, to your KuCoin, and it was really easy to move up and everything, and then they got hacked. So yeah, so I don't use them anymore, and they said they fixed it, but I don't use them.
Yep. It's that's why. There it is. It's Canadian.
Well, I knew it.
That explains it. And yes, they got hacked. Yeah, thank you, JR. JR all over it. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. I was thinking of a different one. I can't remember it, and I'm not going to.
So many of them do the thing. Like, so many of them have been hacked.
Oh God, yeah. Oh yeah. And then, that's not why. Well. Oh man, appreciate you, JR. I do. And now think about it again. These prediction platforms are literally be baked right in. I don't know. Something gives me the heebie-jeebies, when you got that gut feeling that something's just not right.
Yep. Marriage 1, 2, and 3.
See, guys, you come here for comic relief on Mondays and Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern time. We do have a little bit of fun, or at least we try like hell. And we're going to go have more fun over on Joe's stream in about 20 minutes. So don't go anywhere. We're going to keep moving on. All right. Here's the next piece of partnership information between Iron, who is basically does renewable Bitcoin mining, that kind of thing, and Cypher mining. They strike a multi-billion-dollar AI cloud deals with Microsoft and Amazon. I mean, these kind of deals are coming, is the long and short of it. We've been talking about it on numerous streams. Iron and Cypher mining, Bitcoin miners pivoting to AI infrastructure providers, which only makes sense to, why not? More money, are making some hefty business moves today, and their stocks have reflected it. Iron signed a 5-year, $9.7 billion agreement with Microsoft. Yeah, I know, right? For GPU cloud mining services. Excuse me. The contract includes 20% payment and positions Iron as a key hyperscale partner for the first time. This is going to be a huge, huge deal. Now, Cipher Mining, on the other hand, signed a 15-year lease agreement with Amazon Web Services to provide turnkey space and power for the AI workloads. Cipher will deliver 300 megawatts of capacity in 2026 through air and liquid-cooled facilities in 2 phases, with rent starting in 2026. Additionally, the company announced a joint venture to develop a 1 gigawatt. I can't even imagine these things from megawatts to gigawatts, right? We need 1.21 gigawatts. Sorry. Anyway, site named Colchis, I guess, in West Texas, which will hold roughly 95% of the equity. We're going to see more and more of these partnerships. We are going to see, I mean, AI is just moving, whether we want it to or not. It's coming and it's growing, and the needs for power and AI compute is just going to grow astronomically. There's no two ways about it. We're seeing it. And some of these companies, so in this case, Iron and Cipher Mining, pivoting over to also doing AI power, AI compute, also a huge thing, Any thoughts you want to add with regard to that, Joe, before we move on to stream?
Yeah, just that. I mean, it's going to be huge. We already see it right now, just with all the stuff that we personally use. You know, ChatGPT, and I think the one you use, the Venice, yeah. So yeah, I mean, we're seeing it already, and it's just making it easier and easier. And then for those of us who don't know, like all the stuff that it can do, it just takes us, just some time to mess around with it. Well, yeah, it's crazy.
I think I've signed up to take a couple of hours over the next couple of days to jump in on a AI conference, to like a online AI conference to learn more about AI, help to develop prompts, all that kind of thing, to help speed that along. As much as I've got so much other stuff to do, I thought that not doing that would probably hinder me. If I can learn even just one piece of information to help move that forward, it will just increase my productivity.
And I think I need to do the same thing, just because, I mean, there's so many things that AI can do, and everybody says, "Oh yeah, AI does this." It's like, how? Like, where? How do you do it? I don't.
Yeah, how do you make that happen? Right, exactly.
I have an AI assistant, and they have AI assistants. Like, where do I hire him? I don't know. So help me. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. K Diggity. It is. It's so incredibly powerful. And even with the inaccurate information, just ask Piper if he's still here about Pam. Yeah. Anyway. But listen, and beyond that, again, if you didn't watch last night's Matrix Money podcast, we threw so much stuff out there, not the least of which was, for those who are Dynex fans, their first AI, listen to me. Their first quantum chip that operates like at room temperature is now it's a reality. It's in the testing phase. It's reaching the benchmarks. So, it will take quantum computing to another level. If you are not familiar with Dynex, I would go and do a little bit of research, take some time to do a little bit of research with regard to them. Big moves coming, I think, with them. Big moves. Complete side note, you want more information, see the pictures, all that kind of stuff. Last night's Matrix Money podcast. All right, here we go. Let's keep moving on here, because 15 minutes heading over Ray Joe's stream. Okay, hopefully everybody has heard about this by now, because this is about now 2-day-old news here. Stream Finance basically stops deposits and withdrawals after $93 million goes missing. Now, here's the Here's the thing with this. They didn't even realize it. It was a third-party person who was working for them who realized it. Like, DeFi protocol Stream Finance has temporarily suspended all deposits and withdrawals after an external fund manager overseeing its assets, disclosed a loss of roughly $93 million, the company said on Monday night. Stream Finance said in an X post that the external fund manager disclosed a $93 million loss in Stream Fund assets yesterday. So this actually happened on Sunday. They announced it on Monday, and it's working to withdraw all the remaining liquid assets and expects that to be complete in the near term. The bottom line is, if you have money in Stream Finance, you're not going to be able to do anything with it until they've corrected this issue. And I don't know. How do you not know you're missing? You have so much money that you don't notice you're missing 93 mil. I mean,
I was just going to say.
I don't know. Again, here goes the blood pressure. You know,
For me, I realized I was missing 25 cents and I had to go look for it. So I found it. So yeah, I can't, 93 million, 1 million. No, 25 cents. Where is it? Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, we got some not Dynex lovers here. Dynex scam. There you go. And Dynex. Yeah. Listen, I mean, you got to do your own research. You got to, decide for you what it is, but yeah, they've got it out. It's working as we speak. So I don't know. Like I said, do your own research. Goes now down to $13.75.
I'm back to $14 now. I tell you what, I was missing that 25 cents, and I was like, no, I got to find it.
Oh my God, I don't mean to laugh. That's so funny. Okay, now we got to get on to a piece of unfortunate news, I guess, here. Address poisoning. Now, we've talked about scams. We talked about online security. We talked about, good Lord, please be smart with the way you send your crypto, et cetera, et cetera. And a wallet just lost over 1.25 million in USD after sending funds to a poisoned address that perfectly mimicked a real one used 99 days earlier, according to Web3 antivirus. Address poisoning scams remain one of the stealthiest ways attackers drain wallets. I don't know, man. I don't ever go back in my transactions to grab an address to send money to that same address again. I'll do it all over again. In my opinion, if you don't do it the right way from the beginning, you're just risking losing it. And here's, again, address poisoning, or they send you that nice little dust or something like that, or whatever. However they inject it, you're risking a complete loss of your funds by not just taking that extra 30 seconds to copy the address, paste it in, verify from the actual source you're trying to send it to. I don't know.
Yeah. And they give you the option to save it in your address book and the whole nine. But for me, people change their deposit address.
Yes.
Whether it's a different exchange or maybe for better bookkeeping or what have you. So before you send any money, you confirm, hey, are you still using this address? I've had that, like, people sign up for my stuff and they'll make a deposit. Like, I deposited, like, I don't see it. And sure enough, it's like, I deposit to your address, and I see it's like, oh man, I don't use Mexi anymore. I'm on Blowfin. It's like, okay, well, it's fine. But like, what if I got locked out of Mexi or something? Then what I do is I confirm the deposit address, and then if possible, I'll send a test amount to see if they get it, and then,
Yeah. And like Techman says here, some wallets have the drop down, people click the wrong address. There's a whole number of reasons why, because like Joe said, you can like save the address in your addresses or whatever, but you click the wrong address even. Or, this time you're sending USDT on ETH but the last time you sent it on BNB or Tron or whatever. And I don't know. To me, it makes sense. If you do it the same way all the time, the likelihood is less that you're going to make that kind of an error in the process, right? While you're just literally going through the same motions.
Right. And what I always recommend is if you're able to send a test run,
Yeah.
send
Oh, of
$5,
course.
especially like if I'm going to transfer over $100 and it costs me $30 to send it, I'm not going to do a test run because then that's $30 less. And then the actual one that's $60. So it's only $40. So I won't do a test run then. But if I'm sending over $100, I'm definitely going to do a test run because
Oh God,
even
yeah.
if it is $30 each time I'm paying, that's $60 but that assures me that my money is going to the right place.
Yep. And yeah, TechMan again, always verify. Yeah, and even if you're using the long addresses, like the typical looking crypto wallet address, verify that whole thing. Make sure that it's, I know we've gotten in the habit, and I've literally broken myself out of that habit. I literally go through and check each one of those damn things. Where, you check the first few, the last few, okay, we're good. But how many times we've seen even there injections happen and people's funds being gone. So yes, always verify. And he brings up a good point here. He's referencing the Sequor wallet here, but you can do it in a bunch of different wallets. It's basically, instead of using the long address, you're using a name to send money, and a lot of services have that now. That's one of the things I actually do like about Dash. I have my own Dash username, so like somebody says, "Oh, how do I send you money?" Here's the username. Boom. Quick and simple. Don't got to worry about the whole long. I mean, I can give them the whole long address if they really want it, but like, boom, username. There it is. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Look at this. K Diggity jumping in saying we just broke 104. There you go. We're gonna have to talk about that on Joe's stream. We're heading there in about 8 minutes or so. Believe it or not, folks, we actually, even with all the deviations and all the story times and Joe having to put up the blood pressure sign behind him, we've actually wrapped through pretty much everything I had on for this stream. Now, I did bring up I love that sign, Joe. I really do. I brought two other things up that I want to just hit on, and they're political. They're not any way, shape, or form related to cryptocurrency, I guess. So if you don't want to hear the political, then time to move on now. But I hope you stay and play here in the sandbox with us. Okay, here's the first one. And Joe had threw this into a chat as I was wrapping up a live stream, and I forgot to follow up on it. And then this popped into my feed, and I'm like, oh, yeah. Now, I'll believe it when I see it, because she, like Maxine Waters, perfectly fermented, and I don't trust her as far as I can throw her. Just don't. Sorry, is what it is. But good riddance, witch, be gone. That's the way I look at it. Joe, any thoughts about her, Nancy Pelosi, kicking off and out to the public sector?
No, I think it's good. I think it's good for the space. The only thing I don't like, though, is even Trump, like the whole insider thing, and it sickens me. It really does. I would just have it as a plain, like, you already have money. How many more millions do you need, really? I mean, well, yeah. And then at the expense of people trying to make money, you're taking it out from the poor, or maybe not as rich, and then you're getting richer. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, and there's obviously insider information being passed around. Again, you and I have talked about it. You got these whale wallets 10 minutes before an announcement is made, making these long shorts, whatever. And look, his son Barron, we reported on that. Please.
And that's what I love about the blockchain. Absolutely love it. Everything you can see it, not like this government money, where we didn't know anything was happening about all these, Sesame Street, whatever, for the other countries. And then Doge came along, is like, hey, we're doing like $5 billion or $4 trillion or 1 million or whatever it is, to these other countries it's like, how is this helping?
Yep.
So, yeah.
I think K Diggity's trying to get that blood pressure sign back up here. Donations. Yeah. Yeah. The donations. I like I said, I still think lesser of two evils with what we had as choices to come in.
Man, I don't even want to. I don't even want to think of what could have been.
Yep. It would be more dystopian than the next piece I'm about to show you. Because again, for those who know, yesterday elections across the country, there were some key elections that were going on in various sectors, such as New York City. And first was this. I saw this yesterday and then shared this. The new, or now, as of today, mayor-elect of New York City, Mondami, basically in his tweet here saying, I mean, read this as you will, but taxation isn't theft. Capitalism is. And I put, what? New York City is screwed. And sure as shit, they vote for this guy. He's in. So now you have a confirmed and a self-admitted socialist running the arguably largest city in America, biggest business hub in America. And wow, I can't even imagine what the hell is going to happen. Shit. I don't know. Just thinking about it. I don't know. It drives me absolutely nuts. I would not have believed that this guy would have possibly been elected anywhere in the United States. Nevertheless, New York City, but here we are. Joe, any thoughts you want to add to me putting myself on a...
No, the only, like, we're just going to see what kind of damage is done and then see if they can replace them. But speaking about being replaced, I got to go to a different place, which is my channel. So if you're on X, make sure to come over to YouTube, smash the like, and we're going to be forward to mine. Of course, this is going to be a bonus stream. I do thank you guys very much, and we'll see you on the next one.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes, Joe.
Okay.
All right, later. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, appreciate Joe. Shout out for him, man. Bingo bangles in the chat, please. And yeah, you're right. Bear market day one. Yeah, you're not wrong, K Diggity. Yeah. Okay, well, let's wrap this thing up and give you the rundown for the rest of this week here on my channel, and then we're gonna go raid Joe's stream. So I've got a couple of videos dropping, one tomorrow, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. And of course, Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, Crypto on the Rocks. This week, we're going to be celebrating Shuby's birthday. So make sure you're there. Say happy birthday to him. And yeah, and then it's back to the regular grind next week. All right. I appreciate everybody being here. Thank you for keeping the chat so active. Thank you to Piper and Piper Academy for coming in and rating this stream. So we're going to go and return the favor. We're going to go raid Joe's stream. When you get over there, you know what to do. CCM raid in the chat, and I will see you there.